I've been lucky enough to visit some of the greatest gardens in the world, but this one is right on our doorstep. And I've been visiting it pretty much every season since I was 15. It's changed a lot in recent years. It's the height of spring. This is Nooroo in Mount Wilson in New South Wales, and the colour is an explosion. I can't wait to show you around. Nooroo, quite rightly, has state and national significance because it was 1880 when William Hay came onto Mount Wilson and started planting these incredible trees, the cedars, the chestnuts, the oaks and the ashes, and they're still here. But for 140 years, she's just looking beautiful. Now, if this scene is at all familiar to you, apart from being photographed for every garden book around, it appeared in a 1990 series of stamps put out by Australia Post. Look at this magnolia. It's one of the biggest I've ever seen in Australia. It's one of the original plantings, a glorious Magnolia Cilangiana. As it finishes, it creates this fantastic carpet of colour on the ground. They've added some new plants here. The Hellebores, lovely lime green flowers in amongst the shades of blue and light and dark and white. There's also a lovely new, soft, creamy yellow polyanthus that's underneath what will be eventually the deciduous azaleas. This garden, Nooroo, is filled with lots of different garden rooms when it wasn't trendy. And there's always a plant that draws you through further. You need to be here for a day to enjoy it all. Well, you look at this. It's one of the grandest blue vistas of bluebells that we have in Australia. It's very well known and it's quite a stunning sight. As for this tree, it's just so grand. It makes you feel fantastic to be alive. It's a 140-year-old sweet chestnut. These were all planted at the same time. This is the heart of the garden, if you like. It's also the heart of many ways of Mount Wilson. Such a grand tree. It's a grand landscape, and the site is just beautiful. Certainly is a meadow or a sea of waving daffodils, that's for sure. Now, how do you get a view like this? Well, firstly, you select your variety, and this happens to be yellow lion, and it's a really good one. Big, blousy, and a really strong, vigorous. Look at the height of them. They're fantastic as you walk through. But when you look at them, it looks like there's a mass planting. You can actually see they're in clumps, which means that you can walk around them, plant them, weed them, and look after them. That's how you get this vision and save just a few bob. I couldn't bring you here and not show you these beautiful crab apples. Aren't they stunning? This is Malus floribunda. It's one of the hardiest of all the crab apples to grow. Its flowers start out this really deep pink, and then they open to this gossamer of pale pink. It's just such a beautiful tree. This is what I call gorgeous. That is just stunning. Fabulous. We should all have one in our gardens. Look, I started this journey reflecting back on when I was 15. We used to come up in spring and then again in autumn. But all these decades later, the garden has become a garden for all seasons. On its 140th birthday, I think Nooroo has got another 140 years to go. Put it on your diary to visit.